Hey guys, in this video we're going to be talking about let statements. So we have a problem right here. So let's read it out. One number is 3 times the other number. If the small number is subtracted from the larger number, the result is 26. What are the numbers? So based on this problem, we can identify that there are two unknown numbers. So one of the numbers, let's call this the larger number and let's call one of them the smaller number. So the larger number is 3 times the other number or the smaller number. So equals 3 times the smaller number, right? So if the smaller number is subtracted from the larger number, so we're saying, so this whole sentence right here, this basically means that you're subtracting the smaller number from the bigger number. So 3s minus s. So it's not s, the smaller number minus the larger number, but it is the larger number minus the smaller number because you're subtracting the smaller from the bigger number or the larger number. And these tell us the result is 26. So when you subtract 3s minus s, we get 26. And we're trying to find out what are the numbers. So we're trying to find the larger number and we're trying to find out what the smaller number is. So this is simple, solve for the variable type of question. So let's solve. So for s in this equation. Okay, so we can combine like terms. So 3s minus s, so 3 minus 1 is 2. So 2s equals 26. Divide 2 on both sides. Oops. Both sides. And this would give us s equals 13. So we're not done yet. So we know that s equals 13, so the smaller number equals 13. And we know that the larger number equals 3 times s. So let's do that here. Let's bring this here. So L equals 3 times the smaller number. And the smaller number is 13. So 3 times 13, which is 39. So L equals 39. So we can put this in like an answer format. So smaller number equals 13. Larger number equals 39. And this would be our let statement. So in this question, we have a ratio problem. So let's read it out. Harrison has decided to donate $30,000 to 3 local charities, but he does not want to give them all the same amount. The donations will be in the ratio of 3 to 2 to 1. What will be the amount of each donation? So when you have a ratio question or when you have a ratio, you know the total number of, the denominator would be all the ratios added up together. So the denominator would be 3 plus 2 plus 1, which equals 6, right? So 3/6 of the 30,000 would go to the, let's say this was the first charity got 3 or 3/6 of the 30,000. This was the second, and the third would get 1 part of the 1/6 of the charity amount. Great. So now we know that all these add up to 1, or rather they equal 1. So our 1 value for this ratio question would be 30,000. And we're trying to find out what this value equals this and this. So we can put this in a equation such as 3x plus 2x plus 1x. So how did I get this? So we know that 3 plus 2 plus 1 is 6. So, okay, equals 30,000. Let's just write that here. Okay, and we're trying to find out what x equals. So 3 times what number would give us, 6. 2 times what number divided by 6 would give us 30,000. So we're trying to find out what all these values would give 30,000. Great. So we know we have to divide by 6. So we can just add these up. So 3x plus 2x plus 1x is 6x. So we added the like terms, equals 30,000. So we divide by 6 on both sides. So x would equal 5,000. 5,000. So the first one we identified as being 1x according to this problem. So 1 times x would be 5,000. So 1x would equal 5,000. And we identified the second one being 2x. So our second one, so 2x would equal 2 times 5,000, which is 10,000. And our third one, we said it was 3x. So that would be 3 times 5,000, which is 15,000. So we can double check our answer by adding all these numbers together. So 5,000 plus 10,000 plus 15,000. So all these zeros come at the bottom. And then 5 plus 5 is 10. And then we put the 1 on the top, and that would be 3. So 30,000, and that was our, that was the money Harrison was going to donate to these 3. And you can also simplify them this way. So if you take out all the zeros, so we're trying to see if they come under this 3 to 2 to 1 ratio. So 3 over 2 to 1 ratio. So we have 15. So we can just eliminate 3 zeros from each side. So 3 zeros. So 10. 10. And then 5. So when you simplify this, they all have a common multiple of 5. So 5 times 3 is 15. 5 times 2 is 10, and 5 times 1 is 5. So obviously this is the correct answer because they do match up. Great. Let's go to our next problem. All right, so a 27-foot length of wood is to be divided into 3 pieces in ratios of 1 to 3 to 5. What is the length of each piece? So we know that we can put this in an equation form. So there's a 27-foot length of wood. So 27, we have 27, that's all we have. And they're being cut into 1 to 2, 1 to 3 to 5. So similar to our previous question where the money was, put into these ratios for the charities. So 1 times x plus 3x plus 5x equals 27. And then we add the like terms. So 1 plus 3 plus 5. So that is 9x equals 27. Divide 9 on both sides. And we would get, 9 on both sides. And we would get that x equals 3. So for our first ratio, that would be 1 times 3, which is 3. So 1x equals 3. And then for our second one, that would be 3 times 3. So 3x would equal 9. And for our third one, which is 5x, it would be 5 times 3, which would equal 15. And then we can like simplify this out. So, or we can add them out first. So 15 plus 9 plus 3 is 27, right? And what we could do next is see if, they have a common multiple and simplify out and see if we get this ratio. 9/15. Okay. Oh, sorry. Wait. 3 should be 3 and 5 here. 3, 5. Great. So 3, 9, and 15. They all have a common multiple of 3. So 3 divided by 3 is 1. And then 9 divided by 3 is 3. And then 15 divided by 3 is 5. So this is our correct answer. This is our correct answer, without the 27, of course. This is our let statement for this problem.